Hi, this is Dawn, and I'm here with video number 3 featuring the February 2021 stamp of the month that is Doodled Borders. It's one I've become obsessed with, so I'm making a series of videos. Today I'm going to concentrate on a couple of the stamps and a different way to use them than I've been showing. One of them is this line stamp right here. I'm going to be showing that, and this banner stamp, and this like little burst stamp. So let's get going. So first of all, true confessions, I made my first sample, and this is what I was going to show you how to do. And then when I went to make the second one, this is the other side of this paper. So I flipped it over to put glue on it, and then I saw how cute this was with the little heart and everything. So I totally changed the design so that I could go ahead and use that. And what I'm going to show you how to do is put this border on here. So what I do is I take a Post-it note and I just put it like about 1/8 of an inch in from the edge here and just push that down. And I'm using the Intense Black ink from Close to My Heart. And then I've got the border stamp on here. And in video number 1, I show you tips on how to put these stamps on your blocks. And you'll notice I picked a block that was a lot bigger than my stamp, and that was intentional. So now I'm going to go ahead and stamp this down. And then because I have the Post-it note here, I can just go ahead and keep stamping right up there. And you'll see a little portion of it went on the Post-it note. Now I'll move the Post-it note to this side over here. And continue my border. And see how the Post-it note saved it from going there. And then I'm going to turn the card and go this way. And there you go. You have a nice stitched border, and it's the Post-it note that really kind of helps you make that happen. So you can add a little saying on here to finish off the card, and it would be something similar to this. I also added the little heart that's from the set right there. So the next thing, while we've got that border stamp out, is I'm going to show you, it's a similar process to create something like this that you could use on a scrapbook page, like for your journaling. So I'm going to go ahead, and I did this one first and then trimmed it down, so I knew exactly what size I needed to do it to make this come out this way. And I don't need the Post-it note, so I can go in here, and what I do is I line my paper up on the grid, and I am going to stamp my first line using this line on my grid. So I just kind of line it up here and stamp it, and then do my next one there. Now I write big, and so I felt like the lines were too tight if I went ahead and lined my next one up with the next grid. So instead I go right between them. So I'm going to do right between the next 2 squares. So it's kind of like 1.5. And then on the next one, I'll line it up on the line. So you just kind of work your way up your paper. And I don't think you have to really watch me do the whole thing. But then it's kind of nice. Again, I use the little heart here, put a couple pieces of paper on there, and I have a nice journaling square that I can add to my scrapbook layout. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put my black away, and I'm going to switch to this Candy Apple red ink and the little Starburst. And what I did was I took a circle, just something on my desk, and traced it to get a circle on here. And there's actually in the middle of this little Starburst thing is an opening. So when I am stamping this, I can actually see the line through it. So I can stamp it so that the line goes through it. So what I did was I stamped it once and then stamped it again without re-inking, and then just worked my way around the circle. So you could do that with any of the small images. You could do the heart. There's little triangles on here. There's a squiggle line, a little X, any of these little images would work to do something like this. So you just keep working your way around the line, and then I'll show you how I put it together on a card. So here's the card. I made the full circle. I added a saying in there, and I also used the stitchy lines along the edge. And then I used the little banner stamp, and that was just by accident. I had them sitting here trying to decide what I was going to do with them. And I thought, oh, how cute would that be? So I just tucked it under to add those little banner shapes there. So there's a few more ideas for you on using the Doodled Border stamp set. Come back tomorrow for number 4.